From Luke Kennard to Luka Doncic. Luka, 46, 14 assists. Kawhi and PG, 50 points and 19 assists. Here's Luka in a losing effort.
What do you believe this team needs to do to take the next step forward, whether it be personnel-wise or something different to go into next season?
I think that's a question you should ask the guys that makes the team, right? I'm just a player here, you know. But we gave everything I think we played great. We gave everything. I'm really proud of this team. Obviously, I hate losing. We hate losing, but I'm proud of my team.
Rachel Nichols.
Hey Luka, now that you've had a second run through the NBA playoffs, what have you learned about playing in this league at this time of year?
I mean, there's always you learn, you know, different stuff, but just the playoffs is different than the regular season, you know, and Game 7 is the toughest game, you know, you got to give everything. Today wasn't the result we wanted, but we'll come back next year.
Thanks, Luka, appreciate it.
Tim McMahon.
Luka, obviously, I know you care about winning, not numbers, but the numbers you put up in this series were ridiculous. What do you think you've been able to prove in this series and even last year in the playoffs?
I mean, nothing yet, you know. We've been in the playoffs twice since I'm there. We lost both times, so nothing yet, you know. You get paid to win, so we didn't do it.
Brad Townsend.
Yeah, Luka, Brad Townsend, Dallas Morning News. Last year against the Clippers, you guys never led in the series. This time you were up 2-0, had 3 games at home. Do you feel like when you look back at this series, you can look back at it as one that got away?
I mean, you're going to look, every series you lose, then, you know, you're going to think like that, you know, what we could do better, which games we will win. But that's in the past, you know, we got to look forward in the next season and get the mistakes out.
Okay, Kyle.
Kyle Goon, Southern California News Group. Luka, I was wondering, at the end there, was Paul George trying to exchange jerseys with you? And as a follow-up, you know, what does it mean to you to obviously you played a longer series this time, but to lose to the same team in back-to-back years?
The first one, yeah, we did. I sent one after, you know, in the locker room. And the second one, you know, it's tough when it's the same rival. You obviously don't want to lose again. And like I say, you know, we have to come back next year, look at these playoffs, what we did good, what we did wrong, and just keep going from there.
Okay, we'll do 2 in Spanish now. Pedro.
Thank you. Pedro Silva, Univisión Dallas. Luka, ¿qué crees que faltó para ganar esta serie y cuál es la enseñanza más grande que te dejan estos playoffs?
Bueno, faltó ganar un partido, eso es todo. Pero no sé, jugar duro, cada playoff son distintos, pero diferente de la temporada regular.
Okay, and last is Eric Mora.
Luka, Eric Mora de Telemundo Dallas. Viendo el lado positivo de esta temporada, ¿con qué te quedas? ¿Qué es lo positivo que te deja a ti y al equipo esta temporada?
Creo que hemos luchado muy bien, sobre todo hemos llegado a Game 7 y bueno, no lo pudimos ganar, pero creo que lo hemos dejado todo y estoy muy orgulloso del equipo.
All right. Thank you, Luka.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Here's another fact. The 77 points created by Luka Doncic, scoring or assisting the most ever by a player in a Game 7, according to Tim McMahon. I believe they call him Band McMahon. That's what they call him. Rebounds in this Game 7.
Obviously, you guys did take the lead here in the third quarter. Why do you think it got away from you so quickly? And, you know, when you look back on this series, what do you think that are going to be the biggest regrets?
Hey, Brad, how you doing? The third quarter run, I mean, it's a game of runs. You know, we made our run. We started off hot from the 3, Dodo hit a shot right away. Tim hit a shot in transition. Luka made a play, and that was 8 points, and it was a tie game. And they called the timeout. We were still able to be there for a little bit, but then later on they made a little run and went up 5. We called the timeout, and that was it. It's a game of runs, and those things are going to happen. And they shot the ball really well from 3 today. We fought as hard as we could, and sometimes shots go in, sometimes they don't. And tonight, was one of those nights where we could have made more shots from the outside. Although we did play pretty good basketball, I feel like. Biggest regret. Good question. I don't think I have the answer to it.
Okay, Kevin Gray.
Kevin Gray, 105 through the fan. KP, as you assess what has happened, obviously in a disappointing loss here, how would you assess how this team handled themselves throughout the season in terms of the adversity you guys went through to get to this point, but still not getting where you wanted to go at the end of this season?
Yeah, looking back at the whole season and even last season altogether, it kind of feels like one super long year with the bubble, and then especially for myself also because of the meniscus, and I had to get that fixed, and then I started the season late without practices and all those things kind of adding up, and it's been an up and down year. COVID, a lot of guys out. We didn't start the year off playing well, or at least our record didn't show it. We had a tough schedule early on, and then as the season went on, we got into a better rhythm and got more wins together, and ended up more or less where we expected ourselves to be, but we could have even probably finished. If we had a little more luck, we could have probably finished even in a better spot, a better seed. But that's how it goes, and it's been an interesting year.
Tim McMahon.
Tim McMahon, ESPN. KP, how do you feel about your fit with this franchise moving forward?
Good question, Tim. How do I feel? I mean, I'm good. I try to put in the work, try to work hard, do my part, listen to the coaches, what I'm asked for to do, and that's it. I try to keep it simple for myself, so I'm not overthinking things, and I try to focus on what I can control, and that's being a better basketball player, going into the off season hungry, wanting to get better physically on the basketball court, and I'm going to put that work in to get better, and then the rest of the stuff will resolve itself. So I try to focus on what I can control.
Tim Cato.
Hey KP, Tim Cato with The Athletic. In the same way, we talked a lot about how you adapted how you were playing on the court for this series because you felt it was the best way for the team to win. I assume that going forward, the role you played in the past few games isn't the role that you would want to play with the team. Is that true? And what do you see your role on the basketball court with the team going forward?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. I've been so in the moment and so locked in on winning the series and doing my part and just working hard on the court, offensively and defensively, and doing what I'm asked to do. Of course, there was a little bit of a mental battle because that's not what I'm used to doing and where I'm most comfortable at. But I kind of went back a little bit to my mindset in my rookie year, where it's just offensive rebound, play hard on defense, run the court, and do all the little things that how I can affect the game, and that's what I try to do in this series, and whatever I do, it seems like it's always something. So
okay,
I just try to be as professional as I can.
We'll do one more in English and then 2 in Spanish. Mike Leslie.
AP, Mike Leslie from WFAA. What do you feel like this roster needs in order to take that next step? What's the piece that you feel like is missing for this team?
Sorry, I didn't mean that about the team, the previous one, when I said that last sentence. Sorry?
No, I'm just saying, what do you feel like this team needs in order to take that next step? What's the missing piece of the puzzle for this team to become more than a first round exit?
good question. I don't know. That's again something that is not really my job. I don't know. People up here are really smart, and they'll make the right decisions to for this franchise to move forward, and that's it. I'm here to play as good as I can and do my part and help my teammates and help this organization go forward.
Okay, and we'll go to Spanish with Pedro.
Thank you. Pedro Silva, Univision Dallas. Kristaps, ¿qué crees que faltó para ganar esta serie? Y también, ¿te sentiste cómodo en tu rol en esta serie? ¿O crees que podías aportar más?